You've likely seen my 5-spin method to winning at slots along with a million other slots enthusiasts. It's popular, but there's more to winning than first meets the eye. Another approach is even better. My 5-spin method is my most popular strategy, but it isn't the only one I have. There's another strategy that the YouTube algorithm hasn't yet chosen to make the most popular of my videos. Why? Maybe I articulated it better than the words I used in this other strategy. Or perhaps the most popular is due to having a better thumbnail. Whatever the reason, I'm glad you've seen, enjoyed, and gotten great use of my 5-spin method for winning at slots. When I dove back into slots to test my ideas, there were 2 strategies I found most valuable at Cincinnati's 2 casinos. Yes, one was my 5-spin strategy, but with the other strategy I won about half my 90 hand pays in 9 months. That was before winning a car at the end and turning my attention to writing my slots book and launching my Professor Slots business. Belterra Park outside of Cincinnati had my 5-spin method, which I learned by watching other slots enthusiasts. That's right, I didn't invent it. I first saw others doing it, but I did work hard on presenting it well. I explained it, created an easy test method, determined how common it is at casinos, and optimized it. But before I did all that, I earned over 50 hand pays at Cincinnati's downtown casino. 54 hand pays and 7 stars players club status and Caesars rewards, all in 6 weeks. I hope this fantastic gameplay impresses upon you the value of the strategy I used to achieve that result. Oh, yes, and I did make a profit. This other winning slot strategy has been my mainstay. With it, I've earned the most W2G hand pay jackpots. I cannot give you good luck. What I can provide is an edge by explaining the actions casinos get to choose from when setting up their system of slot machines. Casinos work hard to design ways to manipulate slots players who, in turn, can use my Counterstrategies to take advantage of casinos. Because this is my most used personal winning strategy, I'll share my slots gambling goals. If you've taken my course, you know why this is important. These days, my goal is to help you, but back then, my gambling goal was to learn slots. Becoming Professor Slots was barely a glimmer in my eye back then when I was getting started. Learning slots is more than just winning at slots. It's about keeping those winnings. Learning to be safe in a casino, keeping gambling records, earning complimentary gifts, understanding how casinos routinely manipulate slots enthusiasts, and so much more. Back then, I wanted to learn, make a profit at slots, and maximize complimentary gifts. This winning strategy allowed me to accomplish all 3 of my gambling goals. I was learning while earning both a profit and Players Club reward points for all the best comps. I asked participants in my course to list their gambling goals. If you don't know what they are, there's no possible way to succeed at slots. What are your gambling goals? To make take-home money, I decided I needed hand pays from high-limit slot machines. I needed to be able to cycle bankrolls to earn players' reward credits and thereby get the best food, travel, event, and hand-carry gifts. How is this possible? Because there's more than one kind of winning slot machine depending upon your gambling goals. It's evident when a slots enthusiast wins a hand pay jackpot, but it's not so obvious when a slots enthusiast is cycling their bankroll endlessly. A series of jackpots under the $1,200 W2G limit can go relatively unnoticed by most observers if the player immediately cancels the distinct sequence of lights and sounds from a jackpot roll-up. I always cancel the roll-up so I don't draw attention to myself, even if it's a hand pay. Do you? I know it's fun to let the lights and sounds play out, which keep going longer for bigger wins. It's very gratifying in its way, but for me, it wasted time. I preferred to be gambling while the playing was excellent. To use this winning strategy, you'll need to know your gambling goals. That's so you know for what to look. What does success at slots mean to you? If you want a W2G hand pay jackpot, then you want a slot machine that provides them. If you wish for comps, you need to earn comp points, which means finding slot machines that cycle bankrolls. Also, high-limit slot machines are unnecessary when implementing this winning strategy. Maybe you're a high-limit slots player with a $3,000 bankroll, but most likely, you're not, and that's okay. I'm only mentioning high-limit slots here because that's what I played when I discovered this strategy. Out of all my winning slot strategy, I learned this one first. It's my personal favorite. How was I to know that my 5-spin method would be far more popular with everyone else? Briefly, here's my repeat wins 4x by syncing your gameplay to casinos. After winning a decent-sized jackpot, go home. Go home, then come back 1 week later to play the same machine starting about 5 or 10 minutes before the time you won that first jackpot. In 2 other of my winning slot strategies, Casino Environment Observations for Winning and Highly Visible Locations, the other advantage play, I explain what to watch for and use to take advantage of your casino trying to manipulate you. But Repeat Wins 4X doesn't require you to go that extra mile. It's built in. Knowing a decent jackpot's time, date, and machine location means nothing else must be figured out. out. For that specific machine, time, and day, a jackpot likely indicates higher than usual odds of winning a jackpot. So play it again at that time and day of the week, as the reason it happened in the first instance may still be in effect. Will you always win using this approach? Nope. It's still gambling, thank goodness, and not an ATM. While still learning and testing this and other theories to create working strategies, my profit was 30% over my bankroll. For the months I was in this learning mode, I'd take $2,000 to the casino and, on average, leave with $2,600. Since I kept detailed gambling records, my analysis afterwards showed a 50% profit, but I spent 20% exploring candidate methods. I'd spend $2,000 at the casino, win back that $2,000 bankroll, make a profit of an additional $1,000, and then spend $400 of my profit learning what didn't work. Once you've isolated what works at a casino because of how they run their business, profit approaches or exceeds 50% of your bankroll because you've eliminated strategies that don't work at that casino. And all that winning will hopefully give you the essential practice needed to leave the casino with your winnings successfully. I help you with that in my online course for slots enthusiasts, 30 Days to Play Slots Smarter and Win. For an explanation of the advantages, disadvantages, how to make the most of this approach, and more, I highly recommend this video on returning for weeks later to win again.